All right, let's talk about something that is totally changing the game of golf, but maybe not where you'd expect. We're not talking about a new driver on the PGA Tour. We're talking about what's happening right in your local teaching academy. We're talking about AI and how it's giving golf coaches a brand new, super-powered set of eyes. I mean, really think about that for a second. We've all been there, right? You're on the range, you've hit a bucket of balls, you're listening to your pro, but something just isn't clicking. What if a piece of tech could see every single tiny movement you make and give your coach the exact data they need to unlock your best swing? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down today. But before we get to the cool tech, we have to understand the problem it's trying to solve. For golf coaches and academies, it's not as simple as just teaching the swing. They're facing a whole set of challenges every single day just trying to run the business and help their students get better. And this right here, this is the daily grind for a coach. They're trying to manage these massive student lists, making sure every single instructor on their team is teaching the same way, and all the while, they have to prove to you, the golfer, that you're actually improving. And on top of all that, the paperwork, the scheduling, it's endless. It really puts a cap on how much they can grow and how much time they can spend doing what they love, actually coaching. So how do you get past that ceiling? Well, this is where technology comes into play. And it's so important to think of AI not as some robot that's going to replace your favorite pro. Think of it as their co-pilot. It's this powerful tool that handles all the busy work so the human expert can focus on you. And this side-by-side really makes it crystal clear. Traditional coaching is all about a great coach's eye, their experience, their intuition, and that's fantastic. But AI-enhanced coaching backs all of that up with cold, hard data. So instead of a coach having to rewatch a video over and over in slow motion, the analysis happens instantly. And the feedback becomes incredibly personal. It's not just turn your shoulders more. It's you need to increase your thoracic rotation by 8 degrees to keep the club on plane. It's a huge leap from guesswork to absolute precision. It really all boils down to this idea of a digital assistant. The AI is just humming along in the background, sending out your lesson reminders, tracking your progress on charts, and analyzing all the data from your last range session. And what that does is it frees up the coach to be 100% present with you during your lesson, focusing on the human stuff, the communication, the motivation, the strategy. Okay, so let's get into the nuts and bolts of this. How does this technology actually work? What is it seeing when it looks at your swing that even a great coach might miss? Let's break down the anatomy of what an AI coach really is. It all starts with this number, 36. Now get this, just using your phone's camera, nothing fancy, the AI can find and track 36 different points on your body all the way through the golf swing. This creates a full 3D biomechanical model. It's basically a super detailed map of how every single part of your body is moving together. The level of detail is just wow. And that 3D capture, that's just the beginning. It's the engine for this whole coaching ecosystem. It means you can get a lesson from your coach even when you're at home. You can literally see charts showing your progress, which is huge for motivation. The platform can even handle all the back-and-forth communication, giving the coach one dashboard where they can see how every single student is doing. It connects the whole experience. Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting. This technology doesn't just change the lesson itself. It has a real, tangible impact on the whole academy. Because when you make coaching more efficient and you give students clear, data-backed results, well, it doesn't just lower their handicap, it changes the business. And it changes how dedicated the players are. Let's start with this big number. Academies that use these systems are reporting that they cut their admin time by up to 40%. 40%. Just think about that. That's a massive chunk of time that can go right back into teaching or training other coaches or creating new programs for students. But honestly, it's the player's experience that tells the real story. Just listen to this quote from a student. I understood my swing better than in the last 3 years. And here's the most important part. I can finally practice with purpose. That's the key. The data gives players clarity. They're not just mindlessly hitting balls anymore. They know exactly what they're supposed to be working on. And that is a huge, huge motivator. So you can see how it all connects. These better student results, they directly fuel a healthier business. Academies can now offer cool new online coaching packages. And when students can see they're getting better with data to prove it, they stick around longer. The whole academy just becomes more professional, more engaging for absolutely everyone.
And everything we've talked about is building towards something even bigger, because what we're seeing right now is just the beginning. This technology is evolving so fast, and it's all pointing towards a future where the Golf Academy is this fully connected, data-driven hub for making golfers better.
I mean, imagine an AI that doesn't just analyze your last swing, but it actually predicts a bad habit you're starting to form and flags it for your coach. Or what about hooking up data from your watch to see how your sleep is affecting your ball striking? We're talking about a complete 360-degree view of you, the golfer, that's available to any coach anywhere on the planet. And that really brings us to the most important point of all. This is not about replacing the art and the feel of great coaching with some cold robotic science. Not at all. It's about empowering great human coaches with incredibly intelligent tools. It's about creating a seamless partnership between their expertise and the raw power of data. So it really leaves us with this final question, right? Is the future of coaching human or is it machine? Well, from everything we're seeing, the answer seems to be pretty clear. It's both. And that combination, it might just be the key to unlocking a level of potential in this game that we never even thought was possible.